My name is Emily Volz, and I am doing the impact of speed on lead conversion rates. So, marketers are always looking for a way to better their service and reach customers to gain sales. There's a general assumption that the first person or company to enter a market will have the majority of sales in that market. Therefore, being the first person to reach the clientele is a very important part of marketing and sales. So, the speed to call. On the next slide, I will be showing you a graph of the improvement of lead conversion rates compared with the time they were called. Logically, to contact a prospect usually will require more than one call. However, 50% of leads are never called a second time. Data tells us that salespeople should be prepared to make up to 6 calls. Alright, so here's that graph that I was talking about, and the leads that were called within the first minute resulted in 391% improvement. After 2 minutes, 160% improvement was recorded. And so as you can see in this chart, it kind of looks like a waterfall effect as the minutes go on. For example, after an hour had passed, the improvement was only calculated as 36%. Similarly, making calls from leads after 24 hours was only improved by 17%. So as you can see, it's very important that these leads are acted upon as quickly as possible to get the best results. Alright, so some other suggestions besides just calling right away would be being ready to make more than one call. So there's an optimal call strategy, and that suggests that the first 3 of 6 calls should be made within 2 hours of the time that the lead was generated. Ideally, the first call is placed in under a minute. As you could tell from that graph, it improved it by 391%, which is huge. Then the second call should be made between 30 minutes and an hour, and the third call should be made between 1 and 2 hours. The strategy calls for the fourth call to be made on day 5 and the fifth call on day 14. And finally, the sixth call should be made on day 15. You can also use email to improve the conversion rates as well. Emails sent in between phone calls rise the chances of achieving contact by 16%. However, 59% of sales prospects never receive an email. So using email really does help. It doesn't help tremendously like calling within the first minute, but it will help improve the contact. So you should use what you can and also use email as well as, calling right away and continue to call. And here are my sources. Thank you.